Food and Fuel. Cave and Calcar Quarries. Dillon Scott Funeral Home. Hoosier Hills Credit Union. Hoosier Hardware. In Focus Eye Care. Jeremy Payton, Edward Jones. KFC of Paoli. Orange County REMC and Orange County Fiber. Orange County CASA. The Only Health and Living Community. Springs Valley Bank and Trust. Summer Seamless Guttering. Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. Springer Insurance. Team OC Youth Mentoring. Whitfield Investments. And the Orange County Community Foundation. Now, let's head to the action. This is Mix 95.3 WUME, your home for local sports.
After going through the 2025 portion of the season undefeated and laying claim to the JCIT championship earlier this week, the Paoli Rams head into the new year looking to keep that momentum alive. However, they have one of their toughest tests on the road so far this season as they come to the pressure cooker, the Charles E. Meyer Gymnasium on the Donna Cheatham Port to take on the Scottsburg Warriors. Good evening, everybody. Dave Dedrick along with Bert Pedigo. It's time now for Rams basketball on Mix 95.3. Streaming live on WUME953.com and ask Alexa to play 95.3 WUME. The Warriors, like the Rams earlier this week, they won a holiday tournament over in Clay City to improve to 5-3. But, Bert, this is a very dangerous team, a team that will never be out of this game because of the way they shoot three-pointers.
Yeah, and they shoot them like there's no tomorrow. They will keep putting them up, and regardless of if they make them or not, the thing about it is, though, that when they start to go in, seems like they go in again and again and again, and that's why they're never out of a ball game, because they can score just that quickly.
Well, the Rams definitely will have their hands full here tonight, even though over the last 22 meetings, the Rams hold a 12-10 edge, and believe it or not, have won 7 out of the last 10.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it seems like Paoli has always played Scottsburg well. Even when they had that state championship team, they played that team well, and the year before actually beat that exact same team. So they played them well, and they have that formula that can beat them. You got to come out on the shooters. You got to get hands up. You got to expect long rebounds. And when you get those long rebounds, there's chances for runouts the other way, and you got to be able to take advantage of that.
When we continue with the Team OC pregame show, Team OC expanding possibilities one child at a time. We'll talk with head coach Eric Richardson of Scottsburg and Dusty Cole of Paoli. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat Low-Fill Insulation System makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat Insulation System by visiting us at Bender Lumber. Local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jeremy Payton, your Bedford Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones and Jeremy Payton is a proud sponsor of high school sports on WUME. For all of your investment needs, call Jeremy Payton or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
As the Team OC pregame show rolls on, head coach Eric Richardson of Scottsburg joins us now. His team at home tonight to take on the Rams. We'll get into that matchup in just a few minutes. But, Coach, we've turned the calendar. You, like Paoli, ended up on a high note in 2025 with a tournament win.
Yeah, so we went over to Clay City this past week on Monday and Tuesday. Played 3 tough games, and, it's always good to win a tournament no matter where it is or who you're playing. So we were really happy to come out with three good wins over there.
All right, you played 8 games, Coach. How you assess your team's play so far?
It's been a bit of a roller coaster. We're 5-3, but the 3 losses we had, we felt like turned the ball over too many times, got beat on the board. So we're trying to get some of that stuff cleaned up. We still have a fairly young and inexperienced group. Really, we only play one senior that starts. Braylon Kleehammer will come off the bench and give us some minutes. But, yeah, we're still trying to figure it out. We're still a young group trying to figure it out.
What do you like about this team, Coach? What kind of steps forward do you want to see take over the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, so right now we have shot the ball really well from the 3, which is, it's a big part of our offense. Needed to improve upon some areas on the defensive end, but overall the kids have been really responsive compared to where we were last year. We did get some experience, some varsity experience last year. So yeah, I'm happy with our group. I really like our group. They're real coachable kids, and we're getting some valuable experience out there.
Tell us a bit about your team, offensively, defensively. What do you try and do out on the court?
Yeah, offensively, we're a 5-out team. We don't have a ton of height and size down low. I mean, Garrett Bowling is I guess you would say our 5-man. He is a low down low. And then we have some nice shooters out there that when we get some paint touches, some drives, paint touches, kick outs, I like our chances when we do get those types of threes.
On the defensive end?
Defensive end, we've primarily been a man-to-man team this year. Haven't played much zone other than, just a couple of possessions here and there. And that's the area where we've got to improve upon, just be a little bit more physical. And, talking about tonight's matchup with Paoli, they're a super physical team, so I'm hoping that we can match some of that toughness.
Coach, did you put on some full court pressure, or are you mainly half court?
Mainly half court, yeah.
All right, you touched upon it. What about that matchup with the Rams tonight?
Yeah, so, just watching video, they're extremely tough, physical. They want to get the ball down low. I would love, I don't know what they're shooting from the field, but I'd say it's a pretty high percentage, especially those in the paint area, second chance points. So we're going to have to do a really good job rebounding the basketball tonight. And, watching them play defensively, they're super active. They press, some sort of press. So it seems like every possession. So we're going to have to be ball tough and value the basketball tonight.
This team for Paoli, typical of anybody you've played so far, is just a whole different animal tonight.
It's really a whole different animal. I mean, we played Brownstown. They're always a physical team. But it seems like Paoli might be a little bit more physical. Brownstown's fairly young. Paoli, they have some older kids, and you can kind of tell just physically they're a lot bigger than we are.
What about lineup for your ball club tonight?
Yeah, so we'll start the same way we have the entire year. We'll start with Braden Cox. He's our off guard. Start Garrett Bowling, who's our 5-man. We'll start Caden Boswell, Jared Luttrell, and Bennett Piercy at the point.
And then off your bench?
We have a freshman that comes off the bench, Jackson Owens. He's been shooting the basketball really well. We have another freshman that comes off the bench, number 2, Caleb Salas. He is hard-nosed, scrappy, can drive it to the basket. And then our other senior, number 42, Braylon Kleehammer, will come in and give us some minutes at the 5.
Looks like you got a good mix of some upperclassmen and younger players.
Yeah, I mean, it's not rare for us to look out on the floor and, when Garrett's in there, he'll be our only senior, but we'll play 2 sophomores, 2 freshmen a lot. So we're trying to get back to where we were a couple of years ago. I like the pieces we have.
Health-wise, you in good shape tonight?
Yes, we are. We're all healthy to start the year, so we're thankful for that.
Coach Richardson, as always, thank you for the time and the talk. You and your ball club have a good game tonight.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.
Head Coach Eric Richardson of Scottsburg. Stay tuned. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Looking to make a difference? Team OC's Youth Mentoring Program is here to help kids in Orange County reach their full potential. Our mission, to expand child's possibilities through a community-wide mentoring program for kids 7 to 17. We provide support, guidance, and a caring adult to lean on. You can be a part of their journey. Become a mentor or make a donation. Join us at 262 West Court Street, Paoli, or visit teamocmentoring.org. Questions? Call Executive Director Priscilla Woodrum at 812-653-0288. Team OC, expanding possibilities one child at a time.
This is Craig Boozy, President and CEO of Springs Valley Bank and Trust Company. As this year comes to a close, we celebrate what matters most, our customers, communities, and neighbors. At Springs Valley, banking is about building relationships and helping you achieve your financial goals. Thank you for trusting us to be part of your journey. From all of us at Springs Valley Bank and Trust, we wish you a joyful holiday season and a new year full of success and opportunity. Loyal to you, your family, and your future. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
TMOC pregame show continues. Rams on the road tonight. Head coach Dusty Cole joins us now as the team gets set to take on a very good Scottsburg team. We'll talk about that matchup in just a few minutes. But Coach closed out the 2025 year on a high note with that championship win over in the Jefferson County Invitational Tournament earlier this week.
Yeah, that was a good tournament for our guys, and I thought we played good basketball over there. It was a tournament that had some good teams in it, some good programs, and I thought we did a nice job and played pretty good defense throughout the tournament and did just enough on the offensive end. But we got a lot of good play out of a lot of our guys, and we just want to carry that over here tonight.
I was going to say, it was 2 good days of basketball for your team.
2 good days of basketball. We had a good crowd over there. That was a good tournament. It was a good experience for our guys. They hosted it well. Everything stayed on schedule, which was really good, and it was a good experience for our guys. So even the young kids, even though they didn't get to play games, they enjoyed it as well. But we got to make the trip back over here this way again and then, play a good Scottsburg team.
And, Coach, again, one of those scenarios, of course, the holiday thrown in there, so just one day to get ready.
Yeah, we had to get the kids off a break there on the New Year Day, and they needed a break too. We just played the 3 games in 2 days, so we gave them a day off, but we got back in the gym here yesterday and had a pretty good practice. We wanted to do some things. We got up and down a little bit, but we also had to save the legs a little bit. We're just coming off the 3 games in 2 days and then play a big game here Friday too. So we did a little bit up and down, but we did a lot of shooting. We went over some things. We talked about Scottsburg some, and I think the boys will be ready to play again.
And, Coach, we're logging a lot of miles on that bus.
We are, but the travel's good for us sometimes, and it's not too bad of a trip. It ends up taking about an hour or so to get over this way, but it's not too bad. And you're going to have to travel some. That's part of it. But hopefully we got home games coming up. We have one more here on the road. Then we'll start to play back at home court a little bit.
Coach, what about your matchup with this Scottsburg team tonight?
Well, it's probably the best team we've played. They beat Brownstown 4 or 5 points, I think, and just a good team, a good solid team. Really shoot the ball well. If you just get some of their game film, you see that pretty quick. They can really spread you out. They run the 5-out stuff. A lot of pick and rolls, a lot of pick and pops. But every guy on the floor can shoot it. First game, I think they hit 17 or 18 threes, which just seems amazing to me. That's a lot of threes. I think school record, even at Paoli, might be 13 or 14 or something like that. So they can really shoot the ball. It isn't 2 or 3 guys. It's actually all 5 guys on the floor. 2 or 3 guys that come off the bench can also shoot it. So that's always a challenge, just the way they can space the floor. And you have to cover everybody. So it'd be a challenge for our defense. The last couple of teams could also shoot the ball well. We did a pretty decent job of taking that away, but that'd be a big challenge here tonight again. And they just have the length out there too. You can't just kind of look at the roster. The muscle it isn't quite there, other than the bowling kid, but just a lot of long 6'4", 6'5" guys. I mean, you get those guys like that shoot the ball well, they defend well. It's just a pretty good team. They have a lot of balance too.
Coach, what do they do on the defensive end, or what do you expect them to do tonight?
We'll see a lot of man-to-man on the defensive end. They will mix some things up with a 1-3-1. They've been doing that for a couple years now. I think ever since their state team, they've been playing a little bit of 1-3-1 and kind of mixing that in. So they have a couple kids that actually played on that team and played some good minutes for them. So, they're used to winning the past couple seasons, so that's been key for them too. So it'll be a challenge, but we'll see mostly man-to-man, a little bit of that 1-3-1 on the defensive end, on the offensive end. Like I said, they're going to spread you out. It's kind of a different team because they'll pull up, and just shoot the 3 just even on the break. On a 2-on-1, they might take a three. So that's a little different than we see sometimes too. But there'll be some long rebounds. We have to track those down. Again, always a key for us. We got to get those 80-20 rebounds, those 80-20 balls to start the break the other way. And then, on tape, we haven't seen a whole lot of teams put the pressure on them. So we'll see how they handle that. We don't really know because we haven't seen it much. But we're going to press early. We'll get after them a little bit and see what happens with that.
Will they press and run?
Not a whole lot. They're pretty much a half-court team, but they do play fast. They're going to shoot fast. They're not going to pass up a lot of open shots. They're going to shoot the ball pretty quick, and they like to play pretty fast. But for the most part, we haven't seen just a half-court team for the most part on the defensive end. They've been down late, or they'll kind of mix it in, kind of sprinkle it in, but for the most part, just half-court.
What do the Rams got to do to win tonight?
Well, we have to be good on the glass. We'll go inside early, see how that goes. I think we have the muscle in there for sure. They have the length probably, but we have the muscle. So, we're going to have to use that to our advantage and just do pretty much what we always do. We're hoping we can turn them over a little bit. They play pretty good defense, so they're a good man-to-man team. They stay in position. So I think we got to find a way to get some easy baskets. And I think the key for us getting to the free throw line. I think that's going to be a key. We have to attack their defense a little bit. We have to attack the 2-on-1s when we do turn them over some, and get to the free throw line and get some easy points there. So the key for us will be just getting some extra possession. They shoot the three well, so we got to find a way just to kind of even that out. They're probably going to hit more threes than we hit. They hit 10 or 12 almost every game. So we have to even that out somewhere. So we got to get a few extra possessions on the offensive glass and turn them over a little bit and get the free throw line.
Line up your ball club.
We'll go the way we did over at the tournament still. Chad's still kind of getting close to being back, but still just a little bit weak. So we're going to bring him off the bench one more time, I think. So it'll be Cooper and Dakota in the backcourt, Traylon and Ian at the forwards, and we'll have Dane in the middle.
And then off your bench?
We'll have Chad pretty early and Kirkland pretty early, and then Justin will play and Kay to play some too.
Coach Cole, as always, thank you for the time and the talk. You and your ball club have a good game tonight.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Head Coach Dusty Cole of the Paoli Rams. Stay tuned. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their two locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed. Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
As we wrap up the Team OC pregame show, Team OC expanding possibilities one child at a time. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. First of all, for the visiting Paoli Rams, number 6 in Class 2A this week, as head coach Dusty Cole's team enters tonight's game 7-0. At forward, number 2, Trey Mitten, 6'2" and a senior, averaging 3.3. He's joined up front tonight by number 4, Dane Padgett, 6'3" and a senior, averaging 13.3. Three-guard lineup, number 22, Cooper Spires, 6'1" and a senior, 9.3. Number 24, Ian Sullivan, 5'10" and a junior, averaging 5 points per ball game. And number 30, Dakota Apple, 6'3" and a senior, averaging 9.3. Rams scored at 57.8, and they give up 26.8. They, or should say that offensively, they're 67.4, and defensively 44.3. Two-point shooting is 57.8%, three-point shooting 26.8%, and 57% at the free throw line for head coach Dusty Cole. For the homestanding Scottsburg Warriors, at forward number 4, Garrett Bowling, 6'3" and a senior, averaging 12 points per ball game. The other forward is number 11, Caden Boswell, 6'3" and a sophomore, 7.4. Three-guard lineup, number 3, Braden Cox, 6' and a junior, 12.6. Number 14, Jaron Luttrell, 6'5" and a junior, 9.8. And number 32, Bennett Piercy, 5'11" and a sophomore. The Warriors scored at 57.6, give up 49.8. They hit 55% from two-point range, 34% behind the arc, 61% at the line. For head coach Eric Richardson, the Warriors are 5-3. Our starting lineups have been brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. Rams in their traveling purple, trimmed in gold and white. It is Scottsburg in their home white, trimmed in purple and gold. And to take you through tonight's ball game, here's Bert Pedigo.
All right, just wear purple, sit wherever you want. It's that kind of night. Paoli fans, they're on both sides of the gym. A good crowd out tonight. Ball in the air. Tip is going to go out of bounds to our left, and they're going to say that it belongs to who?
Should be Paoli's basketball.
That's what I was thinking. And they are all finally coming to this end of the court. All right, Spires steps out of bounds. He'll do the honors. Brings it into Minton. Minton has used up his dribble. Pass it over to Ian Sullivan. He gets the start again tonight. Back out front, they'll go to Spires. Scottsburg, they are in their man-to-man. Paoli with the first crack at the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Shot up by Spires in the lane, no good. And Minton goes in, wrestles away the rebound. He was leaning out of bounds, tried to save it. It actually is now in the possession of Scottsburg. Into front court, Bowling with it. He passes back out front to Piercy. Paoli is man-to-man as well. Piercy angles left, brings it back to the middle of the court to Bowling at the top of the key. Backdoor cut. Piercy right there and lays it up and in. He's got his first two of the night on that Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Paoli to the offensive end. Scottsburg, they're going to mix it up early as they go to that 1-3-1 half-court defense, not really trapping. We'll see if they do on the wings. Underneath, they get it to Padgett, back out to Spires, to Apple. Apple way away from the bucket to Spires. He's in the right corner. Spires down low, gets it to Padgett. Shot in the lane is up and good. He's got his first two of the night for Paoli. Paoli extends pressure. They got a steal, and Apple will lay it right up and in. Got the loose basketball for his first two, and Paoli their first lead of the night at 4-2. 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Quickly into front court. In the corner over there with it is Boswell. Back out front, he passes to Luttrell. Luttrell to Bowling, dangerously close to the sideline. He puts down the dribble, drives in, and got to the bucket, lays it up and in. He's got his first two, and we are tied at 4. 6:10 to go in the first quarter. Out front, Spires has it. He'll call play 0, it looks like. He'll angle over to the right side as Scottsburg is set in their half-court trapping, or the zone defense. High post, they get it to Spires, drives in and lays it up and in. He gets his first two as Cox tried to come over off the baseline of that zone defense, but he's not big enough to change that shot. Paoli out in front, 6-4, 5:41 and counting in the first quarter. Piercy, left side. He'll launch a quick three. That's no good. Long kick out of there. Apple's got it. He leads the break. Get it ahead to Padgett. Padgett back to Minton. Drives to the bucket. Shot up. No good, but a whistle and a foul, and he will go to the free throw line.
Rams able to get the ball out in transition. Dane, momentum just carried him a little bit too far under the basket, or he should have taken it to the rim, but he spotted his teammate. Now Traylon will be at the free throw line as he'll step up now and trying to increase this Rams lead.
Minton's free throw up and no good. Minton.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say Minton, like most of the team, shooting in that mid-50s percentage-wise at the free throw line.
foul was on number 4, Bowling, his first team foul, number 1.
Second free throw, no good as well. Missed them both. And Scottsburg heads to the offensive end. Get it to Piercy. He's at the top of the key. Leaves it off for Bowling. Bowling, they look for that backdoor cut. Couldn't get it. Now he tries to power his way around Padgett. Padgett blocked his shot. Bowling came down with it, put it back up in traffic. Good. Count it. And a chance for a three-point play, as he is one of the few that I've seen that will actually be able to push Padgett around tonight.
First on Dane, team foul number 1. That bucket, second chance opportunity, and that'll tie it back up at 6 apiece.
Bowling, free throw on the way is no good, and the rebound, Padgett has it for Paoli. Tied at 6 as Paoli heads to the offensive end, and Scottsburg, traditionally a man-to-man team, they're playing a lot of zone early. Spires, he spots up, 3 on the way, spun out on him, no good. Rebound contested, and Scottsburg comes running out of there with it. Luttrell up the left side, out to Bowling. He'll launch a 3 that's up and good. Bowling off to a big start. He's got 7 of the 9 for Scottsburg. Scottsburg up 9-6. Apple, right side 3 for Paoli is no good. Bowling is everywhere. He's got the rebound. Outlet to Piercy. Piercy is bumped and fouled at the midcourt stripe as Apple was trying to reach in and pick his pocket.
First of the night for Dakota. That'll be team foul number 1. Rams a nice job in a couple of games over at the tournament staying out of foul trouble, but not the case against Madison Tuesday night. He cannot afford to get into foul trouble here tonight as Chad Sullivan checks in for the first time tonight, and Trey Mitten will get a break.
Boswell steps out of bounds. He brings it in for Scottsburg. Cox has it. Back into Piercy. Piercy's pass deflected, taken away. Good steal that time by Padgett. Into front court. Spires gets it down low to Sullivan. Tries to power his way to the bucket. Knocked to the floor. No call. Rebound taken down by Scottsburg. They run the other way. Cox. Scoop on the run is no good. Spires the rebound for Paoli. And the Rams will run it right back at him. They get it down low. Over to Sullivan again. His shot partially deflected. And Scottsburg again with the rebound. One shot and done so far tonight for Paoli. Into front court. Cox has it back out to Piercy to Bowling. Bowling's pass deflected. Spires in the passing lanes. Comes up with the loose basketball. He drives down. Leaves it off for Apple. Apple is fouled as he put the shot up.
Rams once again, though, with that steal and looked to score in transition and had numbers. All the thing that the Warriors could do was foul in that particular possession. As this one will go on the Warriors, and that will put Dakota Apple at the free throw line for a couple. Foul will be on number 3, Cox. That'll be his first team foul, number 2.
That free throw bounces out of there. Apple, percentage-wise, one of the better ones for Paoli at 63%. All right, fouled in the act. He'll get a second. Couple of bounces, eyes the bucket, free throw up, and no good. But Padgett, the rebound, goes back up with it. His shot rimmed out on him, no good. And Scottsburg clears the boards. Bowling has it. Leave it off for Boswell to Cox, right back to Boswell, and they're into front court. Looks like Paoli wants to set in their own 1-3-1. Cox out front, skips it to the far corner. There with it is Owens, who checked in at the break. Left corner, 3 by Luttrell is up and good. He's got his first 3. They left him open, and a steal in front court. Paoli loose with the basketball, threw it away, and now Scottsburg is going to give it right back as the pass off of the fingertips of Luttrell and out of bounds.
Scottsburg normally a running team, but that's not their style this year. But they will look to run if they get some numbers in transition. Coach Richardson did not like that particular play because his team had a little momentum and maybe even a chance to expand on this 6-point lead, but instead throw it away with an empty possession.
Yep, 12-6, Scottsburg on top. Paoli's got the basketball, just under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Apple will run it from the point for Paoli. He gets it over to Hughes. Hughes out to Apple. Apple leans in, lobs it down low for Sullivan. Tips it to himself, now passes out to Hughes. His 3 is no good. Ball loose, going out of bounds. Should belong to Paoli, and does.
A lot of Paoli players pointing that it is our ball, and the official sees it that way. Good look there by Kirkland on that right wing. Kirkland, one of those streak shooters, needs to get one to fall to get him some confidence out there. He'll get plenty of looks against this zone.
Paoli facing that 1-3-1. It's a long and lean 1-3-1, especially at the point and to the left. Out front, Hughes will try another 3. That's good. stepped in, knocked it down. He's got his first points of the night, and it's a 12-9 ball game in favor of Scottsburg with 2:19 to go in the first quarter. Quickly into front court, work it to the left side to Boswell. Boswell backs it out with the dribble. He passes to Cox at the middle of the court. Cox right back to Boswell. Luttrell open, three on the way is good. He's made two from that same spot. He's got six, and it's a 6-point Scottsburg lead at 15-9. Minute 56 to go in the first quarter. Paoli to the offensive end. Sullivan out front will try a three of his own. It's no good. That was Ian. And the rebound taken down by Bowling. And right now Scottsburg winning the battle of the boards. Left side. Bowling has got it. Passes to Boswell. Back out to Cox. Cox, he's going to try and drive. Kicks it over to Bowling. Bowling at the top of the key. Tried to fire it down low. The pass tipped, and it actually went out off of Scottsburg.
Boswell touched it last in that corner. Talk about three-point shooting. We saw that evident in the JV game, which the Rams won 62-55. But in that contest, the JV Warriors, they hoisted up 31 three-point shots. So getting it up into the 20s may not be a problem at all here in this varsity game.
Into front court, Spires with it for Paoli. He's used up his dribble, needs some help. Hughes comes to get it. Hughes back out front to Spires. Spires looks down low, can't get it to anybody posted up. Instead to Hughes in the lane to Ian Sullivan, down to Chad. Chad bobbles it, gets it back, forced the shot, no good. Ian Witt got the rebound, puts it back up in the lane, and it spins in for him. He's got his first two. Now a 15-11 score. Paoli down by 4. Scottsburg with the basketball. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Klehammer, he's got it. Now he doesn't. It was knocked away and taken away. Ian Sullivan goes to the bucket, put it up, no good, but a whistle and a foul, and he will get a chance at the free throw line. Scottsburg has already turned it over 6 times tonight.
Big problem there. That is on Braden Cox. That'll be his second personal foul and team foul number 3. Chance for Ian here to go for points 3 and 4 in this quarter.
Ian hits 2 out of 3 from the line on the year, 67% shooter. The first up and good. Make it a 15-12 ball game. Padgett's going to check back in for Paoli, and Chad Sullivan will go out. 39.9 seconds left in the first quarter. Ian wipes the brow. Now he's ready. Has the basketball. Free throw on the way is up and no good. Spun out on him. Padgett fights for the rebound. He's down there battling for it, and as he tried to pass it out, Klehammer came over and knocked it back out of bounds. If it'll stay with Paoli.
Good job by Dane, though, just to get down there and dig that ball out amongst a couple of other players. As the Rams make a quick substitution, as quickly put their three-point shooter in there, Kirkland Hughes.
Spires steps out of bounds. He'll do the honors for Paoli. Lobs it in, dangerous pass, but Thornton comes down with it. He drives in. Shot on the run is no good. Rebound controlled by Scottsburg. Into front court, Piercy with it. 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Scottsburg, the ball and a three-point lead. Klehammer puts down a couple of bounces. He'll hand it off to Luttrell. They look back door. Nobody there. Paoli is back man-to-man. Out front. There with it is Owens. Owens has used up his dribble. Hughes right on him. They get it to Klehammer at the top of the key. Klehammer has used up his dribble. He's going to fire up a shot with just 2 seconds to go in the quarter. It's no good, and that's the way the first quarter will come to an end, with Scottsburg leading Paoli 15-12. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
15-12, your quarter score after one is Paoli trailing Scottsburg right now. Scottsburg has possession of the basketball to start the second quarter. And Piercy, he'll bring it across the timeline. Gets it to Bowling. He checked in after a quick break at the quarter break. He's going to try and drive on Padgett. Got around him, got to the bucket, and laid it up and in. Bowling has been a handful for Paoli so far tonight. Padgett racing ahead, though. He gets a nice lob pass and lays it up and in. Padgett has 3 on the night, making now a 17-14 score in favor of Scottsburg. Just underway, second quarter. Piercy's going to drive in over to Bowling. The hot hand, the 3 is good. He can't miss tonight. 20-14 the score. Paoli, possession into front court. Fire it down low to Padgett. Pass too hot, goes out of bounds. Turnover number 2 against Paoli.
You got it. Bowling the hot hand already now with 14 points in this ball game.
And down low, a steal as Minton comes up with it, gets it to Hughes for 3. That's good. Turnover to a quick 3. He's got 6. And it's back to a 3-point ball game at 20-17. Scottsburg up by 3 with the basketball. Paoli extends pressure in backcourt. There with it is Boswell. Gets it ahead to Piercy. Piercy right corner. He gets it to Owens. They came to get him in a hurry, and now they're all over Bowling as well. Bring it back out front now to Piercy as Paoli sets in their man-to-man, and we're going to have too much aggression on the part of Dakota Apple out front.
That'll be 2 on Dakota, becomes the first Ram player with 2 personal fouls. Rams in that first quarter just 3 out of 10 from two-point range, 30%. 1 out of 5 behind the arc for 20%, and 1 out of 6 at the free throw line for 16%. Scottsburg was 3 out of 5 from inside the arc and outside the arc, and 0 for 1 at the charity stripe.
All right, Boswell, he will bring it into backcourt. There with it is Piercy. Paoli waits in the half-court man-to-man. Work it left side to Luttrell. Out to Bowling at the top of the key. Works it to the left side, leaves it off. Luttrell will try a 3 that's no good. Hughes way up for the rebound for Paoli. Quickly into front court to Minton. Minton out to Hughes, right side. They work over to Spires. 3 on the way is no good. Sullivan down low. Rebound. Shot good. Count it. And a chance for a 3-point play.
Chad's been digging all night and finally got 1 to go there. And great second chance opportunity for the Rams, which is what they thought they'd have to have here tonight if they were going to be in this ball game. First point of the night for Chad. He has a chance now all of a sudden to try and tie up this ball game. That foul will be called on number 14, and on Luttrell, that'll be his first team foul, number 1.
Sullivan's free throw too hard, no good. Bowling way up for the rebound for Scottsburg. He waits, outlet pass to Piercy. Across the line comes Luttrell. Now over to Bowling. Bowling right of the key. He'll go back cross court to Piercy. Piercy calling for that screen, doesn't use it. Works to the left side to Luttrell. The Bowling back out at the top as Paoli guarding him closely now in that man-to-man. Right side, there with it is Luttrell as they work the weave out front. Luttrell, he passes back out front to Piercy. Salas, the new man in there, had got a touch in there as well. Down low, Luttrell fades away after some contact. His shot is up and good on the baseline. He's got 8, and it's now a 22-19 Scottsburg lead. Quickly the other way, 3 on the way by Hughes. No good. Scottsburg the rebound. They run the other way. Piercy into front court. Ball kicked out of bounds. Who touched it last? They're going to say it was off of Purple, and that's Paoli.
A lot of purple, as you mentioned. We got to make sure we define that. Boy, It's up and down as we expected. You're not quite as fast as we have seen in the past. But, again, Scottsburg, you'd never have to worry about a shot clock.
No, not here. That's a bad or dirty word. All right, inbounds pass, tipped away and taken away. Spires drives in, laid it up, no good. Sullivan, the follow rebound, and as he came down with it, Bowling had him basically in a headlock, and the foul is called. And for whatever reason, the Scottsburg folks unhappy.
Bowling's second foul, but the big issue here is Chad ripping off at that left leg. We saw that at Austin a couple of weeks ago. and he had to sit out for the majority of that ball game, and that'll shorten up the Rams bench, particularly their low post play. Yes. So hopefully nothing serious here for Chad as he limps off to the bench.
All right, Paoli down 3, but with the basketball. Spires has it, pulls up, 14-footer, no good. Rebound, Bowling's got it for Scottsboro. Outlet pass to Salas, quickly to Luttrell in the far corner. Out to Bowling. Bowling fakes right, drives left, gets to the baseline. He's going to try and power his way in again against Padgett. He got there and laid it up and in. He is just too big even for Padgett. 24-19 the score. Scottsburg out in front by 5. 4:35 to go in the first half. Down low. Get it to Padgett. Shot no good. Follow up and good. Padgett with the offensive board. He's got 6. 24-21, and Paoli's going to get it back as the pass was too tall for Salas. It goes out of bounds and belongs to Paoli, and that's 9 turnovers now against Scottsboro.
Yeah, Bowling a big night. What's the average? He got 14 right now.
Bowling on the year, 12 points. He's bettered that in the first half, and we've still got 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Left corner, there with it is Hughes, fakes, now puts down a dribble, and the 3 is up and good.
9 on the night off the bench.
He's made 3 threes, and we're tied at 24. As a pass is stepped away and taken away. Thornton with the defense. He's got it, drives in. Shot blocked. Got rebound by Minton. His follow is no good, but he is fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Rams, again, doing a great job of getting some steals at midcourt. Take advantage of it. That foul on Jaron Luttrell. That'll be his second, team foul number 3. But he is the third player for Scottsburg to have 2 fouls. Timeout taken. Tied at 24-24 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home, protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Rams have tied it, but they've trailed most of this ball game, but a chance to pick up some points at the line. Trey Mitten looking for his first point of the game.
Mitten's free throw up and good. Made the first. He's got another one coming. 25-24 the score. Paoli up by 1. 3:57 to go in the first half of play. Minton ready at the line. Second one on the way. Too hard. No good. Ball kicks way out of there. Spires comes down with the rebound. He pushes it back out to Minton, and Paoli has another possession. Padgett with it. He's on the right wing. Back out front to Spires. Spires at the center court circle, and Paoli works the possession. Scottsburg looks like they've gone man-to-man this trip. Out front, Spires dribbling away some time. Paoli recognizes the switch to the man-to-man. Spires angles over to the near sideline. Still with that dribble alive, and Scottsburg switches on the fly to the 1-3-1. Out front, Spires with it to Minton on the baseline. Minton kicks it back out to Spires. Spires, ball fake, pass fake. Now gets it down low to Minton. Did he travel? Yes, he did. Turnover number 3 against Paoli.
They got it down to trailing in that short corner on this left side. He probably should have taken that jump shot, but thought he could get a little bit closer, maybe draw a foul, but unfortunately, official whistled him for a little walk, and that'll turn the ball over as Ian Sullivan back in.
Aiden Cornelius, he sees some action for Scottsburg at the bottom of their roster. His pass deflected. It's going out of bounds. It'll stay with Scottsburg.
Rams a good job. They've been getting a lot of hands on the basketball and deflections here in this first half, which has led to some steals and points.
Luttrell, he'll bring it in this time, does so to Owens. Owens gets away from a double team into front court. Pass it, right corner, 3 on the way by Salas was no good, well off the mark. And the rebound controlled by Paoli. Quickly into front court, get it to Ian Sullivan. Try to get it down to Paget. Paget has a size advantage now, but he was bumped and fouled from behind to prevent an easy two.
Bennett Piercy, number 32, will pick up his first foul. That'll be team foul number 4. As Hughes back in, also some substitutions coming in. See number 11 back in, Caden Boswell, and also number 12 in Jackson Owens. As you mentioned, though, Bert, at that last time out, it looked as though Scottsburg a bit winded in this first half.
Down low, get it to Paget. Are they going to call him for a charge? He was just bigger than the other kid, and the other kid kind of fell off balance. No, they're going to say he hooked him. Either way, offensive foul, a turnover. That's number 4 against Paoli.
That'll be the second on Dane, team foul number 2.
25-24 the score. Paoli up 1. Scottsburg has the basketball. Into front court, Cox with it. He'll pass over to the right side. Owens launches 3. It's good. His first 3 of the night. Scottsburg back out in front, 27-25. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Out front, Spires with it for Paoli. 1-3-1 half-court defense used by Scottsburg. Spires, they'll get everybody positioned just right. They flip everybody from one side to the other. Hughes out front with it. They're looking for the lob. Got it in.
Slammed it.
Paget just slammed it one-handed to tie it at 27. Didn't expect him to slam it. 2:05 to go in the first half. In the front court, a little touch foul going to be called as Spires got him from behind, and the Paoli folks across the way, they are on their feet applauding the slam.
First foul on Cooper, team foul number 3. Now, we've seen that backdoor play several times already this year, but Dane really got great lift off the floor that time. No problem taking it down with that right hand.
Yep. He's about the only player for Paoli that could easily dunk this year. Out front, Piercy with it. Passes to the right side. Luttrell drives baseline. Ball got away. Tipped away. No, it's recovered by Boswell. To Luttrell driving in. Shot good. Count it. And a chance for a three-point play. Paoli was headed the other way thinking they had the basketball, but Scottsburg got it back.
Well, a good play on Scottsburg's part that time to just hang in there with it. And Luttrell with a big basket there. That gives him a total of 10 on the night.
29-27 the score. Scottsburg up by 2. Luttrell at the free throw line trying to add to it. Free throw on the way is good. 30-27 the score. Luttrell is in double figures. He's got 11 for Scottsburg. This way they get it to Hughes. Paoli does. Hughes as they work the weave out front. To Minton. Minton at the center court circle. Over to Spires. Minute 30 to go in the first half. Down low, get it to Ian Sullivan. They leave him to work it. He got the shot up in the lane, no good. Got his own rebound, went back up in traffic, and was fouled, and will get a chance at the free throw line.
That foul, by the way, the last trip down was on Trey Minton. His foul. Looks like it's going to be on number, I'm trying to think if they say 14. It does.
Yeah,
that's
14
3 now on Luttrell.
Yeah. Free throw up and good by Ian Sullivan. Good first half for Ian, 4 points. Going for number 5 here. He can get Paoli within a point if he converts on the second. Free throw up and good. 30-29 the score. Paoli down 1, extending full court pressure, a 2-2-1 again. Owens with it in backcourt. Did he go out of bounds? Yes, he did. Turn it over as Spires came over with the defense, and that's 11 turnovers against Scottsburg.
And Coach Richardson, that was his biggest concern here in this ball game, and that's way too many for him. But give the Rams defense credit. They have cranked it up here tonight, and they put the Warriors in some bad positions, what we call good spots for them on that sideline and near the 10-second line to create these turnovers at midcourt.
30-29 the score. Paoli down 1 with the basketball. Out front, they get it to Hughes. Looked for his 3, but Scottsburg was there defensively. Now to Thornton on the right side to Hughes out front. A minute to go in the first half as Sullivan comes out to get it. That's Ian with it. Chad is on the bench with a twisted ankle or knee issue. Out front, Spires with it. Spires to the top of the key, down the lane. Kicks it to Minton. Minton right in front of us. Backs it out with the dribble. He'll lob to Thornton. Thornton has an advantage. Goes to the bucket and lays it up and in. He's got his first 2, pinned his man well, and Paoli back to the lead at 31-30. 32 seconds to go in the first half. Piercy, right corner for Scottsburg. He's used up his dribble. Gets it out to Owens. Owens around his man. Got in the lane. Kicks it left side. Cox will try a three. That's good. His first three of the night. And Scottsburg back out in front. 33-31. 12 seconds to go in the half. Paoli will have to go quick. Spires across the timeline. He angles to the right. Gets into the lane. Scoops it up and in with just 2 seconds to go in the half. And that's the way the first half will come to an end. Paoli, after trailing much of the first half, comes back to tie it at the end at 33. We'll take a break. When we come back, we will get the Whitfield Investments halftime report going. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Springer Insurance is proud to support our Paoli Rams as they work toward a successful season. The hard work that goes into training and preparation is something we truly value. Mark, Daniel, Thomas, and Greg will work with our team at Indiana Farmers Insurance to find the best coverage for your home, auto, farm, or business. Visit us at Springer Insurance in Orleans or call 812-865-3133. We love taking care of customers as much as we love our Rams. Go Rams.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Well, we are halfway through, and right now haven't decided a thing. Tied at 33. The Whitfield Investments halftime report gets underway. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how West can help you stay on track with your goals now and in the future. Looking back at first half action, 6 ties, 6 lead changes. A closely played first half, to say the least. Scottsburg seemed like they led for the most part. A lot of those lead changes were in the first quarter of play. Scottsburg came out, got the first 2 of the night before Paoli was able to run off 4 straight. A combination of Dakota Apple and Dane Padgett getting buckets and giving Paoli their first lead of the night. Scottsburg would come back to tie it, and it was Garrett Bowling. Bowling had a big first half for Scottsburg as he's in double figures already. His bucket at the 6-11 mark tied it at 4. Paoli would counter with a bucket from Cooper Spires to take a 6-4 lead before Scottsburg went on a 5-0 run, and it was all at the hands of Garrett Bowling as they went up 9-6. Scottsburg would continue to edge out, leading at 12-6 before Paoli makes a bit of a run, not a huge run, but they got it back to just a 3-point ball game at the end of one as Ian Sullivan had a chance for a 3-point trip, got the bucket, couldn't convert on the free throw. That was with 39 seconds left in the first quarter, and Paoli wound up trailing it after one, 15-12. Early part of the second quarter, again, Scottsburg comes out, gaps it out just a bit. They get up to a 6-point lead about a minute into the second quarter of play before Paoli is able to get some points on the board. Kirkland Hughes, who made several threes in that first half, gets a bucket at the 7-minute mark to get Paoli within 3 at 20-17. Then a Chad Sullivan bucket gets Paoli within 1 at 20-19. Scottsburg would score the next couple of buckets. Again, Bowling gets one, Luttrell gets one, and it's 24-19 at that point in time. That was with 4.5 minutes to go in the first half of play. Paoli, though, would forge a lead, scoring the next 6 points as they got up to a 25-24 lead. The two teams would be tied and exchange the lead several times down the stretch in that first half of play. As Scottsburg went up 27-25, Paoli comes back, ties it at 27. Scottsburg, a 3-point trip, up 30-27. Paoli comes back to get a 31-30 lead before the two teams wound up tied at the break at 33. Rebounding battle, that's being won right now by Paoli. Slim margin at 16-14. Turnovers, only 4 against Paoli, 11 against Scottsburg. Well, we'll take a break. We'll come back, look at some of the individual and team totals from first half action. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
33-33 at the half on the Whitfield Investments halftime report. Good shooting by Scottsburg, the home team. Not so good by the Rams. So fortunately, they don't find themselves in a hole. Instead, tied at 33 all. For the Rams in that first quarter, they shot 3 out of 10 for 30%. Did much better in the second quarter, 6 out of 11 for 55%. 9 out of 21 here at the half for 43%. Three-point shooting, Paoli 1 out of 5 in the first quarter, 2 out of 4 in the second, 3 out of 9 for the half, 33%. Rams again, though, leaving points at the free throw line. 1 out of 6 in that first quarter, 3 out of 5 in the second, just 4 out of 11 for 36% at intermission. For the Scottsburg Warriors, 2-point shooting, they've been hot there tonight. They were 3 out of 5 in the first quarter, 4 out of 4 in the second, making them 7 out of 9 at the half for 77%. Three-point shooting, 3 out of 5 in the first quarter, 3 out of 5 in the second, 6 out of 10 at the halfway mark, 60%. Scottsburg got to the free throw line one time in each quarter, missed it in the first quarter, made it in the second quarter, and they are 1 out of 2 here at the half for 50%. 33-33 on the Whitfield Investments halftime report. We'll come back, take a look at team and individual stats. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jeremy Payton, your Bedford Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones and Jeremy Payton is a proud sponsor of high school sports on WUME. For all of your investment needs, call Jeremy Payton or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat low-fill insulation system makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat insulation system by visiting us at Bender Lumber. Local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
Here at the half, taking a look at individual scoring, first of all, for the Paoli Rams. Dane Padgett leads the way with 8. 6 on the night, Kirkland Hughes, as actually Kirkland has 9 with 3 3-pointers here in this first half of play. And that followed up by 5 for Ian Sullivan, 4 on the night, Cooper Spires, 2 for Dakota Apple, 2 for Chad Sullivan, 2 for Justin Thornton, and 1 for Trey Mitten. For the Scottsburg Warriors, their 2 big scores, Garrett Bowling, 14 in this first half, 7 in each quarter, 11 for Jaron Luttrell, then 3 on the night for Braden Cox, 3 for Jackson Owens, and 2 for Bennett Piercy. As Caden Boswell saw action, as did Caleb Solis and Braylon Kleehammer. It was 15-12 at the end of one. Scottsburg tied up here at the half, 33-33. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
When you suffer the loss of a loved one, you can count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli. They have a 55-year history of serving the needs of families in Orange and surrounding counties. They provide only the best professional services in the most compassionate manner to care for you during this difficult time. You can always count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home, as generations of families have done for many years. Call 812-723-2276 today. We're here when you need us the most. Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli.
Wrapping up the Whitfield Investments halftime report. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more how West can keep you on track with your goals now and in the future. Rams, Dane Padgett and Dakota Apple, 2 fouls apiece, 3 for Jaron Luttrell and 2 for Garrett Bowling for the Warriors.
All right, ready for second half action, and Paoli will start with possession of the basketball. Tied at 33. Get it to the high post to Padgett. Padgett back out front to Minton. Minton works to the right side, leaves it off for Sullivan. He'll bring it back out front. Scottsburg, man-to-man this trip. They were, for the most part, zone defense in the first half. Left side, Minton with it. Leaves it off for Sullivan. Sullivan, they back off of him just a bit. Now out to Apple. Swing it to Padgett, right of the key. Padgett, cross court. He goes to Spires. Spires works off the screen, gets to the baseline, looking for the shot. Got it up. It trickled out on him. Just did bounce out. And the rebound controlled by Scottsburg. Luttrell with it in backcourt. He gets it over to Piercy, and now Piercy across the timeline. Played about a minute of the third quarter, tied at 33. Scottsburg has the basketball. Bowling looks back door, couldn't get it to Piercy. Now comes out to Cox. Cox leaves it off that side for Luttrell. Luttrell bodied up by Minton. Couldn't get through. Now leaves it off for Bowling. Bowling driving in. Spins, reverses, and lays it up and in. He's been a handful tonight.
16.
35-33 the score. Scottsburg on top by 2. Paoli with their second possession of the second half. Top of the key. They get it to Padgett. Drives around Bowling and got it to go. Tough shot that he took advantage of his quickness. He's got 10, and we're tied again at 35. Oh, and a deflection in backcourt. Minton going after that loose basketball as he will get called for a foul.
That'll be the second on Trey. Team foul number 1 whistled on the Rams here in this second half of play.
Stepping out of bounds, Boswell. Boswell has it, slaps it, finally gets it into Cox as Paoli man-to-man pressure. Had them all covered up there for a second or two. Get it to Piercy now. Cross the timeline. Piercy spins and leaves it off for Bowling. Bowling to Cox. Cox thought about that long three. Instead, goes over to Boswell. He's going to drive in. Got to the bucket. Shot blocked out of there, though, by Minton as he tried a little scoot.
Nice job by Trey to come over with that help defense. By the way, looks like Chad's night will be over. He's got that leg elevated and iced on the end of the bench that he injured in the first half of play.
Get it into Bowling. Bowling, he forced the shot up, lost it partially on the way up. It's no good, and the rebound controlled by Paoli. Into front court. Sullivan, a wild shot that's way off the mark and no good. Bowling, the rebound for Scottsburg. Quickly the other way they come. Get it into Boswell, swing it around. Now to Luttrell. Luttrell on the opposite side of the court. Hand it off to Piercy. Piercy brings it out. Then they'll set again against Paoli's man-to-man. Luttrell now with it. He's on the left side. Bring it back out front to Boswell, to Luttrell in the near corner. Luttrell, he has used up his dribble, tried to get rid of it. Minton in the passing lanes comes away with the steal. That's 12 turnovers now against Scottsburg. Quickly the other way. Lob it over to Apple, who will lay it up and in. Dakota Apple with 4. Paoli out to the lead at 37-35. They're going to get the ball back. Is that pass too high? Intended for Bowling. It's way out of his reach and into the third row of the stand.
One of those instances where Paoli said Scottsburg got just enough where they were out of their comfort zone and just could not handle that pressure. Let's see if the Rams able to take advantage of it.
37-35 the score. Paoli up 2. Another lob to Apple. This time he couldn't get the shot. Bring it back out to Hughes, who checked in at that break. Out to Apple. Apple at the top of the key. Angles over to the left side. Scottsburg looks like they're in the zone defense again. Over to Hughes. He'll try another three and got another.
12.
He's made 4 of those tonight. 40-35 the score. Paoli on top by 5. Scottsburg with the basketball. Cox across the midcourt stripe. Gets it to Bowling. Bowling driving to the bucket. Scooped and it's spun out on him. No good. Rebound taken down by Apple. Apple leads the break the other way to Minton. Laid it up and good. And a quick timeout to be taken by Coach Eric Richardson of Scottsburg. Paoli has jumped out to a 7-point lead. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7, or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed Special Advocate Program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call today and tell us that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
42-35 your score. 4:29 to go in the third quarter. That's the time showing on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Piercy in a whirl to Hurt at the midcourt stripe. He was double-teamed. Finally gets rid of it to Salas, who drives in, laid it up, no good. Defense made him change it. Paoli's got it, running the other way. Apple to the bucket and lays it up and in. He went over the top of Luttrell for his 6th point of the night. Paoli, their biggest lead of the night now at 44-35. Bowling in backcourt with it to Salas. Salas lobs it to the midcourt stripe. Cox tried the hero play with a touch pass that went out of bounds, and that's turnover number 14 now against Scottsburg.
That was one of those possessions that looked like, okay, here's a turnover here. No. Now the next one's going to be a turnover.
Yeah.
No. And then finally the third time it was a turnover.
All right. Paoli has ratcheted up that defense. Substitution, Owens will check back in for Scottsburg. Apple, he's had a big third quarter already. Get it over to Hughes. Another three. No, spun out on him. Almost banked in after it spun out. Rebound to Scottsburg. They bring it into front court. Bowling with it. Bowling passes out to Piercy. Piercy at the midcourt circle, just kind of dribbling away some time. Now he gets it to Bowling on the high left. Bowling has not put down the dribble. Now he does. He's used it up. Gets it to Salas. Salas over to Cox. Cox to Piercy. They work around the outside of that Paoli man-to-man. The Paoli folks starting to applaud the half-court defense. Bowling at the top of the key. Gets it to Salas. He drives in. Passes back out front to Piercy. Piercy running one-hander is no good. Padgett the rebound. Paoli 2-on-2. Padgett to the bucket. Lays it up. Good. Count it. And a chance for a three-point play. He's in double figures with 12.
Dane just measured up the defense that time and took it straight to the hoop. And he'll be at the line for a three-point play opportunity.
46-35 the score. Paoli up by 11. Padgett, free throw on the way is no good, but Apple goes and gets the rebound. Passes out front to Spires. Out to Apple. He goes for three and good. Top of the key. Offensive board work gets him three more. He's got 9, and it's now a 14-point Paoli lead at 49-35. Pass deflected, going out of bounds. Last touch by Paoli. Paoli seems to be everywhere right now.
Rams you're right, they're just all over the court here, and they're doing it with their defense, with their athletic ability, and that quickness that we talk about, really making it tough for Scottsburg, even just to the ball across the 10-second line.
Paoli's begun this third quarter with a 16-2 run, leading it now by 14. Out front, Piercy. Piercy works it over to the near side. Gets it to Cox in the corner. Cox back to the middle of the court. Has used up his dribble. Passes left corner. Salas three is good. Scottsburg needed that in the worst way. And Coach Eric Richardson, he's going to take another quick timeout. His team trailing by 11. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community, one scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Was right. That was a big three-pointer that Scottsburg needed because that finally stemmed a 16-0 Paoli run.
Paoli up 11 after the Scottsburg timeout. They've taken two of them here in this third quarter. 49-38 the score. Paoli, possession of it. Scottsburg has gone back to that 1-3-1 half-court defense. It was effective for the most part in the first half. Paoli, they're just going to hold the basketball out here for a while and make Scottsburg at least come out and chase. Spires looks for the lob back door, couldn't get it, and instead goes over to Apple. Apple right side to Spires. They just play pitch and catch with it out front. Spires wide open three, right side, no good. Salas the rebound for Scottsburg. Quickly outlets to Kleehammer. He checked in at that break. Kleehammer, he says, let's just walk it up and start the offense. Lob it to the near corner to Cox. Cox has used up his dribble, needs some help. Finally, Kleehammer pops free at the top of the key. Kleehammer looks back door. He's used up his dribble. Brings it over to Salas. Salas made that three last trip. Over to Kleehammer. He'll try a three that's good. They can shoot themselves back into it. That's the first points of the night for Kleehammer. And it's back to an 8-point ball game at 49-41. Into front court. Apple. Jump pass to Spires to Minton. Right back to Spires as they play pitch and catch with it out front. Apple. He's left of the key. Has used up his dribble. Lobs it out to Hughes. And Coach Dusty Cole says, let's stop it here. Don't like the way things are going. He will take time as well. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
When you become a member at Hoosier Hills Credit Union, you're not just banking locally, you're investing in your community. We provide checking and savings accounts, loans for cars and homes, and smart financial advice. But beyond our walls, Hoosier Hills donates money and service hours to strengthen our communities by supporting youth programming, animal welfare, homeless shelters, local events, and more. Join Hoosier Hills and partner with a financial team that's as invested in your community as you are. Hoosier Hills Credit Union. Belong to something more. Visit HoosierHills.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Rams took that timeout, I think, more or less just to get Dane Padgett back into the game after they saw Scottsburg go back to the zone. Now we'll see if Coach Richardson out of the timeout will switch his defense back, and looks like they're going to go straight up man-to-man for the final 49 seconds of this quarter.
All right, 45 to go in the quarter. Paoli with the basketball and an 8-point lead. Spires across the timeline. Scottsburg has gone back man-to-man. Get it down to Padgett. Shot in close is no good, but he was fouled and will get a chance at the free throw line. Couple of white jerseys there, and it looks like they're going to put it on number 3.
And on Braden Cox, that'll be his third. Team foul number 2, a shooting foul, though, for Dane Padgett. He's got 12 points in the ball game.
Padgett's free throw on the way. No good. Left that one short. That one gets some jeers from the home folks. All right, little more oomph. Get it up there and get it in. 49-41 the score. Padgett, second one on the way. That one front rim, no good. Kicks out of there. And Kleehammer runs down the rebound for Scottsburg. Pass over to Cox. 28 seconds to go in the quarter. See if Scottsburg can hold for the last shot of the quarter. Owens with it. Over to Cox as they've gone small has Scottsburg. Out front, Cox with it. Over to Owens. Down to 15 seconds to go in the quarter. They get it to Cox right at that midcourt strike. Get it over to Owens. He's going to launch a three. No good. Rebound loose, going out of bounds. Bodies all over the floor with still 5.7 seconds to go in the quarter. And Paoli will get the call as it goes out of bounds and get the rebound.
Rams leaving some points at the free throw line. They're only 4 out of 14 in this ball game.
Spires in a hurry the other way to the three-point line. He will launch. It hits front rim. No good. And that's the way the third quarter will come to an end. A good quarter for Paoli as they lead Scottsburg 49-41. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7, or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
Just about ready for fourth quarter action. Paoli will take an 8-point lead to the final quarter of play. Scottsburg, they will begin with possession of the basketball. Paoli looks like they're in a 2-3 half-court defense. They will trap when they get a chance to. Cox with it. He works it over to the corner to Luttrell. Luttrell and Boswell both check in at the quarter break. Luttrell over. He goes to Owens. Owens, high post pass to Boswell. Quickly in the corner. Cox will launch three. That's good. Cox with three more. And it's back to a 49-44 score in favor of Paoli. Paoli to the offensive end. That 14-point lead now down to 5. In front court, Spires has it. Goes high post to Padgett. Leaves it off for Apple. Apple over to Spires on the left wing. Back out front to Minton, now right corner. They go to Hughes. Hughes to the top of the key. Back over to Apple behind him on the right. Apple, high post pass to Minton. Hands it off to Apple. Apple spins to the baseline. His shot blocked and taken out of the air. Good defense that time by Boswell. Get it ahead to Cox. Cox in a hurry. Driving to the bucket. Nice pass fake, and he goes right in and lays it up and in. He's got 8. 49-46 the score. Back to a 3-point ball game as Scottsburg has picked up the pace as Paoli has gone cold. Left side, Minton with it for Paoli. Out front to Apple to Hughes. Hughes at the top of the key. Backs it out with the dribble. Scottsburg, they are in the man-to-man this trip. Right side to Spires. Spires looks for Padgett at the high post. Got it to him. Padgett doesn't look to drive on Bowling this time. Instead goes out front. Now get it to Padgett. They went for a steal, didn't get it. Padgett goes right to the bucket and lays it up and in. Padgett gives Paoli a 5-point lead and a steal in backcourt. Hughes comes up with it over to Spires. Spires tried to leave it off in the lane. The ball deflected, and we're going to have a jump ball called as Scottsburg got back defensively to prevent an easy two. That was at least their 15th turnover of the night. Paoli, 5-point lead, 51-46 is the score. 5:57 to go in the ball game. Paoli will inbound to the right of their bucket. Now they're going to change the play and get Apple out of bounds to do the honors. And what do we got? A timeout by Paoli. Paoli up 5. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call today and tell us that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
In need of a financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
Pittsburgh's made a run here to start this quarter. See if the Rams can stem the tide and get a run of their own going.
Paoli up 5 with the basketball. They get it into Apple. He is fouled in the lane as he went up. Cox reaches in and fouls him, and that could be trouble for Scottsburg.
That is trouble. That's number 4 on Braden Cox, and he's got 5 points already in this quarter. See if Apple can break this string at the free throw line, though.
Got to make free throws. 63% on the year is Apple. Couple of bounces, eyes the bucket. Free throw on the way is good. Got that one. Make it a 6-point Paoli lead at 52-46. 5:54 to go in the ball game. Still a long time to go. Apple with that free throw gets into double figures with 10. Free throw, and he made them both. He's got 11, and it's back to a 7-point Paoli lead. Substitution, Ian Sullivan checks in for Paoli.
Kirkland Hughes will take the break there.
Bowling steps out of bounds to bring it in for Scottsburg. Big kid. They can't hardly take the ball away from him. In backcourt, Boswell back over to Bowling. 10 count on. Finally, Luttrell gets it across the timeline to Cox. Cox to Bowling, top of the key. They've got Apple guarding him defensively. Now they'll switch and put Padgett on it. Out front, Cox has it. He leaves it off for Luttrell to Bowling. They look backdoor, nothing there. Instead, go to Owens, over to Bowling, fakes 3, drives in, leans in, got to the bucket, and scooped it up and in.
18.
Seemed like he was in slow motion. Lob the other way to Padgett. Just had it trickle out on him, and Scottsburg comes down with the rebound, and a reach-in foul going to be called as Benton went after it to try and steal it right back, but was just a half-second late.
It's going to be the 3rd on Trey. That'll be team foul number 1 in this 4th quarter for the Rams.
53-48. That was about a three-quarters court pass trying for the lob to Padgett. It was on target, but Scottsburg was back defensively. All right, Scottsburg, possession of it. Cox with it across the timeline. Angles one direction, now spins back the other. Passes over to Boswell. Boswell puts down the dribble, working on Apple. Apple, good job defensively, turning him from side to side. Bowling out front, fakes, now drives in, leaves it off for Luttrell. 3 on the way is no good, and the rebound taken down by Spires. Spires across the timeline, some bumping, but no call. Spires puts down the dribble, hesitation move, drives in, leans in, shot no good, but he is fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Foul will be on number 11, Caden Boswell. That'll be just his first, and team foul number 1. It'll put Cooper Spires at the line. Cooper, 4 points on the night, has not shot a free throw.
Spires on the year, just over 50%. Free throw up and good. Not like you draw it up. It was front rim, back rim off the glass, and then through. 54-48 the score. Paoli's lead now at 6 as Spires steps up for the second. It's on the way, and that one good, too. Got them both, and a chance to sub for Paoli. Hughes and Thornton in. Spires and Padgett go out. Paoli still in that 2-2-1. 9 of the 10 players are in backcourt right now. Cox with it. He gets it into front court. He's used up the dribble. They got him double-teamed at the midcourt stripe. He has to get rid of it, does so, and it's nearly taken away as Thornton came back on Boswell. He deflected it, reached in, got it, and was standing out of bounds. So it stays with Scottsburg.
Still, though, a good recovery by Justin because he saved 2 points with that hustle play.
All right, Cox steps out of bounds to the right of the bucket, gets it into Bowling. Bowling out to Cox. He'll try a 3. It's no good, but he is fouled and will go to the line to shoot 3.
Will go on Ian Sullivan. That'll be the first on Ian, team foul number 2. But the big key there is going to be 3 free throws for Cox.
All right, Cox to the free throw line. First one on the way, no good. Left that one short. Let's see, percentage-wise, that's a rare miss. 81% free throw shooter on the year. you can tell it the way he shoots it that he is a good shooter. Second one on the way. That one is straight through. He's got 1 of 2 so far. 1 more to go. He's got, 9 points on the night?
Yeah, he does.
55-49 the score. Paoli up by 6. Scottsburg, 1 more free throw attempt coming. It's up and straight through as well. He got 2 of 3. Make it a 55-50 advantage for Paoli as they head to the offensive end. 4:20 to go in the ball game. Minton works over to the far sideline. There with it is Hughes out to Thornton to Minton. Minton right of the key. Minton not putting down a dribble. Now he'll pass it off to Apple. Apple back over to the near side to Sullivan out front to Minton. Now he's on the left side. Minton looks to drive, brings it back out in front instead to Sullivan. Back door, they look for Minton. Heavy collision as he collides down low. Was that Boswell? Yeah, and both went to the floor. The foul is called, and it's going against Scottsburg.
That'll be on Boswell. That'll be his second team foul, number 2. You're right, that was a major collision, and both hit the deck hard, but both popped right back up. As checking back in will be Kleehammer, and getting a break now will be going to the bench. And Garrett Bowling has had a big night with 18 points to lead the Warriors in scoring.
Padgett checks back in for Paoli as well. I think they like that matchup with him on Kleehammer. Spires has it down low. They look for the screens, couldn't get it to the cutter. Instead to Apple. Apple, he backs it out to Hughes. Hughes, he had Padgett posted up down low, didn't get it to him. Instead, left side to Spires. Spires works off of the Padgett screen, gets it to Apple. They work that weave out front. Now Minton's got it. He's on the left side. 3.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Paoli possession of it and a 5-point lead. Out front, they go to Spires, and Paoli's going to be patient offensively. Spires gets away from his man, now passes to the left side to Minton, out to Hughes. Hughes back over to Minton, skip it over to Spires now, right in front of Coach Dusty Cole. Spires dribbles away from trouble, keeps the dribble alive. Now he hands it off to Minton. Paoli has run about 30 seconds off of the clock so far on this possession, and now they're going to a wheel stall. Minton, left side. He gets it over to Apple. Apple back to the middle of the court. He'll look for somebody to come off that screen. Gets it to Minton. Minton back to the middle of the court. Minton spins, has used up his dribble, now passes to Apple to Spires. Spires fakes, drives in, leans in, got to the bucket, and laid it in. Left-handed layup. That was a tough shot. He's got 8. Paoli's lead now at 57-50. 2.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Paoli ran better than a minute off the clock that possession. Into front court. Luttrell with it. Back out front to Piercy. Piercy in the corner. Kleehammer. Kleehammer fakes 3. He tries to drive. Can't get around Padgett. Back out to Cox. Cox drives in. Shot blocked, but a foul. And they're going to say that Padgett, he must have gotten him with the body because it was all clean up top.
It was used down low. That got him with the body. Yeah. Dane was clean on top, no doubt about that. Now to put Cox to the line. Cox 2 out of 3 at the free throw line. He was just there a few seconds ago.
That's the man Scottsburg wants up there, better than 80% on the year, and now he's missed 2 on the night. Probably haven't seen that all year. 57-50 the score. Paoli on top by 7. Scottsburg may take a timeout if this one is good. I think that was the signal from the coach. 2:19 to go in the ball game. Second one up and good. Substitution instead. Make it 57-51. Cox, he comes out. He looks a little winded, as do several of the Scottsburg kids.
That's 11 points for Cox, but 9 of them in this quarter.
Spires in backcourt, double team, as Scottsburg now will extend full court pressure. Spires with it. They got the bumping at the midcourt stripe, and both go to the floor, and again a foul against Scottsburg.
That'll be on Luttrell. That'll be his 4th team foul, number 4 on Scottsburg. So the next one will put the Rams at the line, but 2:12 to go in the ball game.
Paoli, possession of it, 6-point lead, get it into Spires, and they come to foul him in a hurry. Going to put him on the line. Piercy is the one that committed the foul.
And that'll be the second on Bennett. Piercy.
That's a long time to shoot free throws if that's the strategy. 2:11 left in the ball game, and they're going to start putting Paoli on the line.
Apparently, Coach Richardson has looked at their free throw shooting stats, thinking, okay, this may be our best answer to try and maybe pull one out here.
Free throw by Spires, up and good. Front rim, off the glass, and through. 58-51 the score. Paoli up by 7. One more free throw coming for Spires. Cooper on the line. Free throw up and good. Got them both again. He's in double figures with 10. Very balanced scoring again tonight for Paoli. No one player standing out. 59-51. Paoli continuing to exert the full court pressure. 2-2-1 variety. Cox into front court. Fires it into Owens in the corner. Owens had it tipped away and taken away. Minton comes up with the loose basketball. He's driving in. Missed it. Followed by Padgett. Got loose. Rebound finally corralled out front by Scottsburg. Into front court. A deflection and a steal for Paoli. And that's now 17 turnovers against Scottsburg. And they will have to foul again and will send Spires to the line.
Not the guy they wanted to foul, though, because Luttrell will exit with his 5th personal foul. He'll take 11 points to the bench, but all 11 of those coming in the first half of play.
Nice applause from the Scottsburg folks recognizing his effort tonight. He goes to the bench. Minute 46 to go in the ball game. Paoli up by 8, 59-51, and at the free throw line, Spires, next one up and good. He's setting up camp there, getting comfortable. Starting to knock them down at a pretty good rate. All right, got one more to go. Second free throw on the way. That one spun out on him, tipped around, and a loose ball rebound for Ian Sullivan after Apple tipped it to free it up. And now another foul, and they will send Spires back to the free throw line. Both Owens and Piercy were there. I think Piercy will get
32,
it.
You're right. That'll be his 3rd, and that'll put Cooper Spires back at the free throw line for 2 more with the clock stopped at the 139 mark.
Spires, free throw up and no good. Just did bounce out on him. Looked like it might bounce in, but kicked off to the right. Substitution, Boswell's going to check out, and I believe that was Salas coming in to take his spot.
You know, the Warriors look a little tired here late in this game.
And free throw was good, but it's waved off. Lane violation against Paoli. So that takes a point off of the board. 60-51 the score. Paoli up by 9 with a minute 39 to go. Substitution as Apple's going to check back in. Spires out. Quickly into front court. Cox with it. Cox has used up his dribble, now gets it over to Salas. Salas going to drive in, scoop, wild shot, no good, and it's rebounded underneath by Paoli. Hughes has it. Hughes across the timeline. Jump pass over to Minton, back out to Hughes. Hughes dribbling away some time out front. Now he's used it up, gets it over to Sullivan. Sullivan down low to Padgett, drives in and lays it up and in. Beat him on the back door, and Padgett gives Paoli an 11-point lead. A steal in backcourt. Ian Sullivan with it. He will lay it up and in. 18 turnovers against Scottsburg. That's 7 on the night for Sullivan. 64-51 the score. Paoli up by 13. Now to Bowling. Bowling had the hot hand early. He's going to drive in and scoop it up and in left-handed. Make it 64-53. He's got 20, and Scottsburg wants time. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
So far, this has been a game of halves. Even though we were tied at the half, it was Scottsburg with their great shooting that kind of dominated and looked a better team in the first 2 quarters of play. But then the Rams ratcheted up that defense in that third quarter, got a 16-0 run, and since that point have not given up the lead.
64-53 the score. Minton inbounds to Padgett, gets it right back, leave it off for Hughes. Hughes lobs into front court, a dangerous pass that is tipped away, and was he going to point this direction?
He kind of had that action like, oh, no, the other way.
And this direction would have given it to Scottsburg, but it should be Paoli's ball, and it is. Minton, out of bounds, brings it into Apple. Apple, he's going to drive right to the bucket and lay it up and in. Defense with the overplay opened things up. He's got 13, and it's a 13-point Paoli lead. Bowling will force up a three at the top of the key. It's no good. Rebound taken down underneath by Apple, and they're going to call off the Dogs as Paoli up by 13, just 15 seconds left in this one. This is an impressive win on the road for Paoli, a 13-point lead over a hot shooting Scottsburg team in the first half. We were tied at 33, but Paoli, they put up 33 in the second half, only 20 for Scottsburg, and Paoli comes away with a 13-point win at 66-53. We'll take a break. When we come back, we will get the Buddies Food and Fuel postgame show underway. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed. Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595. Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Well, the Paoli Rams on the road tonight after the New Year's celebration, and they can celebrate on the way home tonight, winning it 66-53. That's your final on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. We get the Buddies Food and Fuel postgame show underway. Buddies Food and Fuel on North Gospel Street in Paoli. Looking back at this ball game, total of 7 ties and 7 lead changes. But in the second half, there was only 1 tie and 1 lead change. Came out, Scottsburg, they shot it extremely well in that first quarter, or first and second quarter, really, the entire first half. Paoli just able to maintain contact with them. Scottsburg built as much as a 6-point lead on several occasions before Paoli was finally able to kind of slow them down a little bit. They missed a couple of shots. Paoli kept just kind of chipping away at it. And by the end of the first half, Paoli had tied it up at 33 each, and it took every bit of that first half to get to that point as Cooper Spires made a shot with just 1 second left in that first half and tied it at 33. Scottsburg came out, continued their hot shooting to begin the third quarter of play, got the first bucket of that quarter at the 6:45 mark, and again, it was Garrett Bowling. He had a huge first half into the early second half, gave Scottsburg a 35-33 lead. But they would go cold for a good long while, nearly 4 minutes without scoring. In the meantime, Paoli goes on a 16-0 run. You're looking at a couple of buckets in that stretch from Dane Padgett, and really you got contributions from several players. Dakota Apple also with a couple of buckets, and then also contributing Kirkland Hughes with a 3. Then you had Trey Minton with a 2. And before you knew it, Paoli had gone from 2 down to 14 up, and that was with 2:40 to go in the third quarter of play. Scottsburg finally scored at the 2:19 mark, got another bucket at the minute 7 mark, and all of a sudden, after making threes, they're back within 8 at 49-41, and that's the way the third quarter will come to an end with Paoli leading it by 8. Paoli would continue through the fourth quarter, just keeping Scottsburg at arm's length. Scottsburg got within 5 on a couple of occasions. 53-48 was the last time. Paoli able to hit enough free throws down the stretch to stretch things out. Then they got a couple of steals late, gapped it out even further, and wound up winning at 66-53. Rebounding battle, that was won by Paoli tonight, margin of 27-23. If you remember back to the pregame show, Coach Eric Richardson of Scottsburg said, in the games we have lost, we have turned it over way too many times. They turned it over 18 times tonight as compared to just 5 turnovers for Paoli. 66-53, that was your final. And when the Buddies Food and Fuel postgame show continues, we will be taking a look at some of the individual and team stats from tonight's action. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
The holiday season can be demanding enough without having to also plan year-end investment and tax strategies. Raymond James Financial Advisors, Jamie Sullivan and Jenny Baker, can help make it easier, freeing you up to spend more time with loved ones and less time concerned about finances. Please call 812-849-2670, located in Mitchell, to get started. Wishing you and yours a happy, healthy holiday season and a prosperous new year. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated. Member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC. Life well planned.
Springer Insurance is proud to support our Paoli Rams as they work toward a successful season. The hard work that goes into training and preparation is something we truly value. Mark, Daniel, Thomas, and Greg will work with our team at Indiana Farmers Insurance to find the best coverage for your home, auto, farm, or business. Visit us at Springer Insurance in Orleans or call 812-865-3133. We love taking care of customers as much as we love our Rams. Go Rams!
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
A pretty good way to spend a Friday night, watching a high school basketball game of this caliber, Paoli and Scottsburg, especially when the team you're cheering for comes out with a win. It was 66-53. Hard-fought ball game. Both coaches in the pregame, they made mention of the fact that this was probably going to be the toughest opponent that they had seen on the year. And it played out that way. Paoli able to come away with a big win, an impressive win on the road.
Big second half for the Rams. The difference here in this ball game tonight, did not shoot the ball that well, at least in the first 2 quarters of play, which was quite opposite for Scottsburg. But then the Rams got things cranked up there in that second half and were able to pull away with the double-digit 13-point victory here tonight on the road. Taking a look at that Rams shooting in the ball game for 2-point shooting in the first quarter, 3 out of 10. 6 out of 11 in the second quarter, 5 out of 7 in the third, and 5 out of 9 in the fourth. Paoli was 19 out of 37 over in the 2-point range for 51%. 3-point shooting, the Rams did better tonight than they have throughout the season. They hit just 1 out of 5, though, in the first quarter. They came back, hit 3 out of 5 in the second, 0 for 3 in the third. And 1 out of 5 in the first, 2 out of 4 in the second, 2 out of 5 in the third. They did not shoot a three-pointer in that fourth quarter. 5 out of 14 for the ball game, 36%. Free throw shooting, we thought, man, that could play a big role in this game, and it did through 3 quarters when the Rams struggled. But they came back in clutch time and were able to knock down big free throws in the final 8 minutes of this ball game. Paoli started out 1 out of 6 in the first quarter, 3 out of 5 in the second, 0 for 3 in the third. But then in the fourth quarter, with the game on the line, they hit 7 out of 10. For the game, though, just 11 out of 24 for 46%. Scottsburg came out red hot here in this ball game. In the first quarter from 2-point range, they were 3 out of 5. They were 4 out of 4 in that second quarter, so that made them 7 out of 9 at the half. But then they cooled down in the third quarter, just going 1 out of 6, but hit 3 out of 4 two-pointers in that fourth quarter. And for the game, a very good 11 out of 19 inside the arc for 58%. But their bread and butter is three-point shooting. And they were on it in that first half of play, 3 out of 5 in the first quarter, 3 out of 5 in the second, 2 out of 3 in the third quarter, and then they came back and hit 1 out of 3 in that fourth quarter. So for the game, they were still a very good 9 out of 16 for 56%. So they can't complain about their shooting tonight. They just didn't get the stops they needed to on the defensive end. They left a few points at the free throw line as well. 0 for 1 in the first quarter, 1 out of 1 in the second. They did not get to the free throw line in that third quarter of play. 3 out of 5 in the fourth quarter for the game, 4 out of 7 for 57%. Again, this is a spread around the perimeter-oriented defense. They do not take a lot of slashing drives. They just want to set screens and pump up three-pointers, and that was their strategy again here tonight. But Paoli was able to come away and put some good defense out on them down the stretch, and the Rams come away with a 66-53 ball game here tonight. Paoli on the night had 12 assists, 9 assists for the Scottsburg Warriors on their 53 points. 66-53 your final as we continue with the Buddies Food and Fuel postgame show. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
If there's one thing we all share, it's that our lives are all unique. At Raymond James, we believe that's worth celebrating because financial planning isn't just about numbers and figures. It's about creating the life you envision. So whether you're building a future or preparing for retirement, a Raymond James financial advisor can guide you each step of the way. To learn more, call financial advisors Jamie Sullivan or Jenny Baker at 812-849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
Need a quick bite or cold drink or fuel for the road? Head to Betty's Food and Fuel, right across from Walmart at 656 North Gospel Street in Paoli. We're locally owned and operated and open Monday through Saturdays from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 6 to 10 p.m. Enjoy competitive gas, daily food specials, a hot deli, fresh wraps, salads, and cold sandwiches. Need an ATM or lottery ticket? We have both. Find us on Facebook at Betty's Food and Fuel. For questions, call 812-203-0227. Betty's Food and Fuel, the one-stop shop.
Rams went on the road tonight at Scottsburg here in the pressure cooker to improve to 8-0 on the season. Scottsburg falls to 5-4. The JV also victorious. They got off to a slow start, but then got things cranked up in the third and fourth quarters of play. They also stay undefeated as they defeated the Scottsburg Warriors in that JV game by a score of 62-55. As we continue with the Buddies post-game show here at the Charles E. Meyer Gymnasium on the Donna Cheatham Court, Paoli going to take home a very hard-fought win tonight, 66-53. And anytime you can come in here and win at Scottsburg, we talked about early on, here the Rams as of late have dominated this team. Now the Rams have won 8 out of 11 of the last two meetings between these two ball clubs. Head coach Dusty Cole joins us now. Well, wins are big on the road, and this one can fall into that category, Coach.
Yeah, this is a tough place to play. We brought a lot of good teams over here. Really good crowd tonight. A lot of purple in the building, obviously, but just a tough place to play. So proud of our kids come over here. You always have to fight. You have to earn it over here every time. They're not going to give it to you. And I thought our kids did a nice job, both teams.
Well, Coach, early on, Scottsburg, give them credit, man. They just couldn't miss a shot.
Yeah, they just have a whole lot of shooters. And we knew we would have to do some things to make up for the three-point line because they're going to hit some threes on you. Just looking at the percentages, they shot almost 60% from 2 and 3.
Yes.
And we still won the game. So, we did some things right. We did some things we had to do. We did some things we talked about on the board. We had to create some extra possessions. There's no doubt about that. And in order to do that, you have to cause some turnovers and be good on the offensive glass. And we did a pretty good job of both. Even when we shot free throws, I thought our guys attacked the glass really well, even on those. And I got a couple extra possessions, and that kind of evened out the three-point shooting and the good shooting by their team because we ended up taking 15 or 16 more shots. We got to the free throw line a little bit more.
And Coach, turnovers a 3-1 advantage there for you, and that was huge.
That was big. This is a team that does a pretty good job of taking care of the ball. Early in the season, we had a couple games. We got a little bit careless with it and ended up having 12, 13 turnovers, 14 a couple times maybe. But for the most part, this is a team that has a lot of guys back, that has really taken care of the ball. We've been doing that really well the last 2 or 3 seasons. Been one of the best teams in the state, and we only had 5 or 6 tonight, I think. But this is a team that should really keep it under 10 almost every night. And when we do that, the way we play, we can force some turnovers sometimes, and that's a big advantage for us.
Coach spoke this game open in that third quarter with that 16-0 run.
And I just think they got a little tired. We got a couple turnovers in there, but it always helps when that ball goes through the basket a little bit too. We had a couple threes that actually went that quarter. I think Kirkland hit a 3. I think Dakota hit a 3. And any time it starts going in like that for us, that's going to open things up because, for one, we're getting points on the board, obviously, but we're also able to set our press up a little bit, set our defense up, and then we can make those small runs on you. And, sometimes it's not a big run. Sometimes it's just a 6-8 point run. But, he's able to do that there in the third quarter, make one of those 6 or 8 point runs. And sometimes that's the difference in these games a lot. There's a small margin sometimes, so those are big for us too.
Well, Coach, Scottsburg able to whittle it down to 6 or 7, and then you held it for a possession down here almost for a minute. Not only did you hold it, but you scored off of it as well.
That's the most important part. Sometimes you have to be able to spread these teams out to hold that lead late. We did a really nice job late. I thought this is the best we've done, for a pretty good while. We used to have Fletcher that had that ball in his hands all the time. So these kids haven't had that ball a lot. And then we also had him up there to hit those free throws for. So it's been an adjustment. That's something we had to work on over the summer. But you're starting to see the experience just kind of take over for these guys. They're getting more comfortable of how to help each other out, where they're supposed to be, whose hands the ball needs to be in, and did a really good job in our spread offense tonight. And then, our bigs can also pop out and pass the ball, handle the ball a little bit too. So that makes it hard to guard. But, we have 2 or 3 different offenses. They're late in the game that we can kind of go to. We called 3 different ones tonight and did a pretty good job of getting about a minute out of each one. And, by the time you do that 3 times, you got 3 minutes and get a couple buckets mixed in there too. And those are usually layups because they're coming out. And, then once they come out, you aren't just holding the ball just to hold it. You're kind of holding it to spread out the other team to get those advantages for our team. And we're kind of hard to guard out there once you have to extend your defense. If you can pack it in sometimes, you can hang around a little bit. But once you have to extend, we have some guys that just get to the basket, get to the paint a little bit, and they finish.
Well, speaking of finishing, Coach, you did it in that fourth quarter finally. 7 out of 10 at the free throw line.
Yeah, that's something that's could be up and down a little bit this year, but it's going to keep getting better. Once again, these kids haven't been up there, in those situations a lot. They're getting more experience. As you get more experience, you get more confidence. And that's the whole key is just having a lot of confidence late. And you can see guys just actually wanting the ball a little bit now. They're not just getting rid of it quick. They're making the defense come to them. They're okay going up there, and they're more comfortable knocking them down. And then our defense late in these games has been really good. We aren't giving up easy baskets even late in the game, which is easy to do sometimes. When you have a 10, 12-point lead or even a 4 or 5-point lead, it's easy to relax on the defensive end. But we've had a couple games where we've continued to play defense and even gotten a couple turnovers late in these games, which is really important. And that's just kind of a credit to our guys. And they do a nice job of finishing these games out on the defensive end too. But we had 4 guys in double figures again, pretty balanced scoring. It's really nice to have 8 different guys we can put in the game, 8, 9 guys, and the other teams. Although I think Scottsburg has some depth, they do. They have some guys they can bring in. Those guys are going to keep getting better. They're a good basketball team with some young kids, but I felt like our depth was a little bit better. And once they had to go to the bench, they got a little shaky with it, especially against the pressure. And we was able to make some runs once our bench was in the game against their bench.
Well, you talk about defense, Coach. You give up 33 in the first half, but only 20 in the second half.
We did a lot better job of keeping the ball in front. They got loose a couple times early. And sometimes we play a couple different styles of defense and kind of mix in our zones a little bit just to kind of see what's going to work and where they're going to put people sometimes. You can look at some tape, but we play different than these other teams. So every now and then you have to look at the tape a little bit, but then you don't know till you get out here of how they're going to play against you and where guys are going to be. Once we started to see that, we experimented a little bit with our 1-3-1. We thought it might be okay, wasn't very good tonight. You know, they hit a three almost every time we went to that. So we had to throw that out the window and you know, just had to keep guys in front. And, you know, that's been the case the last three games when we played these three teams that just have a whole lot of shooters on the outside. You know, you just can't leave them open in your zones. You've got to cover them up. But when you do that, you got to take away the penetration inside. And you know, Three's a really nice player for them. He was a key on the scouting report to keep him out of the paint because most games that we saw, he was getting 15, 16 points, but he was also the guy that was getting 4, 5, 6 assists sometimes too. So he accounts for a lot of their offense. And I don't know how many he had here tonight, but I thought we did a pretty good job on him of keeping the ball out of his hands a little bit, keeping him out of the paint. But he's a big key for them.
Coach, the only downside to this game, Chad went out limping. Any word on his condition?
You know, doesn't look too good. He kind of had a problem over the summer where he did the same thing, and he was out a good while, and you know, he says it feels about the same. So, you know, it's been unfortunate for him. He's had, you know, just some really bad luck. He kind of tweaked his knee early in the year, and then he comes down with the flu, and you know, he was pretty sick and didn't able to make a couple practices and was kind of limited in the games and still kind of weak. And then he was just now getting back to healthy, and now he tweaks his ankle again. So just a lot of bad luck on him. And, you know, we hope he gets back soon. We really need him. He's a big piece of our team. But as you can see, you know, he's still going to be just a great leader for us, even if he's on the sideline. And you know, he's going to coach over there on the side. He's going to cheer his guys on. He's a great kid, but, you know, we really need him back, and hopefully he's back sooner rather than later.
All right, Coach. Well, we get a couple of days, actually 4 days of practice next week. You have a doubleheader weekend. It all starts back in conference Friday night on the road at Mitchell.
Well, you know, we've just got a big target on our back now. You know, that's the good thing about winning sometimes. You know, the challenge just keeps getting bigger. You know, these teams are going to want to knock you off more and more. We haven't been beat yet. We're undefeated. So, you know, someone's looking to do that for the first time. And you know, that puts a target on your back. But our kids like that challenge, I think. They enjoy playing every night. They enjoy competing. They even enjoy practice, I think, which is kind of rare. Not all teams in the state like to come in and practice for 2 or 3 hours. But these guys do. They have a good time together. But, you know, they know that we've got some big goals this year. You know, they have to stay hungry. Again, that's going to be the challenge to the coaching staff, to relay that message to the kids that you know, we still have a lot to accomplish. They have some big goals. We have some big goals, but the expectations are pretty high, and you know, that's a good thing. It's a good place for a program to be. We're taking good crowds on the road. You know, their coach even mentioned that before. There's a lot of teams have pretty good crowds at home, but the travel crowds aren't very great right now. But you know, we're still taking pretty good crowds. They're getting bigger and bigger, so we're pretty fortunate there. And you know, it'd be a shame to you know, have those crowds come out and you know, these kids not play hard and give it everything they have. And you know, for the most part, they come out and you know, we're going to just a lot of compliments from about every one of the schools that you know, we have played. Just how hard the kids play, and you know, people like to watch that. You know, they like to watch kids play hard. We make a lot of mistakes, and we're trying to fix those more and more. And you know, it's a game of mistakes. You know, everyone's making mistakes, but again, we're trying to fix those. But when you play hard, you can make up for a lot of those mistakes, and our kids do that.
That they do. Coach, great win tonight. We'll talk to you Monday on Coach's Show.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Head coach Dusty Cole of the victorious Paoli Rams. They improved to 8-0 on the year with a 66-53 win here tonight on the road at Scottsburg. We'll come back to wrap up the Buddies Food and Fuel postgame show. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Take a look at the individual scoring in this Rams win tonight, who post 66 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Led tonight, Dane Padgett with 16 points, including that one lob dunk in that first half of play. 13 on the night for Dakota Apple, 12 on 4 threes off the bench for Kirkland Hughes tonight. Those were huge. Cooper Spires, big free throws down the stretch, ends up with 11. Then 7 on the night for Ian Sullivan, 3 for Traylon Mitten, 2 apiece for Chad Sullivan, and 2 for Justin Thornton in the Rams win. For Scottsburg, they have 3 players in double figures, led by Garrett Bowling with a game-high 20, then 11 apiece for Braden Cox and Jaron Luttrell, 3 on the night for Caleb Solis, along with Jackson Owens and Braylon Kleehammer, 2 for Bennett Piercy. Caden Boswell started but did not score. At the end of one, Scottsburg led at 15-12. We were tied 33-33 at the half. Rams get out in front in that third quarter with a 49-41 advantage and win it here tonight, 66-53, to improve to 8-0 on the season. Scottsburg now falls to 5-4 on the year as Paoli picks up a win here in the pressure cooker tonight, and a great way to start off the new year.
Yeah, this was a really good win. Always a tough place to play. You know what you're going to get when you come over because it's going to be an up-tempo type of game. They always shoot threes, and they did tonight and made quite a few. But Paoli made just enough of their own, made just enough free throws, and maybe the biggest thing, they were able to turn them over 18 times tonight, and Paoli gets the win.
Rams with that victory, as we mentioned, now 8-0. Scottsburg 5-4. The Warriors will be back in conference play next Friday night here at the pressure cooker when they will take on the Madison Cubs, a team that the Rams beat earlier this week for the JCIT championship in that holiday tournament. Paoli continues their road swing here to start off the month of January, back in conference play, headed to the Hive on Friday night to take on the Mitchell Blue Jackets. Now, our next coverage of basketball will be coming your way. Tuesday night, we'll be picking up once again the Paoli Lady Rams as they will be back in action. They will have a big conference game at home at the Auxiliary Gymnasium, and they will be taking on the Perry Central Commodores. That'll be a 6:30 JV, 8 o'clock varsity. We'll be on there with our pregame around 7:45. So if you can't make it, tune in on Tuesday night for the girls' matchup with the Perry Central Lady Commodores. Here tonight, the Rams, though, trail early on, but then a big 16-0 run in the third quarter, break it open, and win it 66-53. As always, I want to thank all of our great sponsors for allowing us to bring you high school basketball, not only tonight, but throughout the entire season. A big thank you to our engineer and producer. Great job, as always, by Melissa Wall. And most of all, thanks to you for listening. As we wrap up the Buddy's Food and Fuel postgame show, Buddy's Food and Fuel on North Gospel Street in Paoli. For Bert Pedigo, I'm Dave Dedrick. Again, your final tonight from Scottsburg High School. It was Paoli 66, Scottsburg 53. Good night, everybody.
This coverage of high school sports on Mix 95.3 WUME has been made possible by our incredible community sponsors: Vendor Lumber, Buddy's Food and Fuel, Cave and Cal Car Quarries, Gilman Scott Funeral Home, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, Hoosier Hardware, In Focus Eye Care, Jeremy Payton Edward Jones, KFC of Paoli, Orange County REMC and Orange County Fiber, Orange County CASA, Paoli Health and Living Community, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Summers Singles Guttering, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Springer Insurance, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Whitfield Investments, and the Orange County Community Foundation.